Hello, 8th graders. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how you will do the virus tracker experiment. Virus tracker is divided into two parts. The first part is you will simulate the spreading of the virus, and the second part is you're going to find out who, which or who is the source of the virus. So you're gonna need the following materials by pair. So first, two trays, so one for each member of the pair, and then uh, six small cups, 3 cups for each person, and then six caps or covers, three for each person as well. And then each pair get a marker and the dice. All right. And then after you have the materials, the first thing that you're gonna do is label the tray with your name. So let's say this is the student one and this is the student two. So instead of student one and student two, you're going to be writing your name using the marker. And for each cup, again, three for each person, you're going to label M for morning, L for lunch, and AS for after school. So same thing with the other. So M, L, and AS. Okay, and then you will assign them cup, but you don't need to label it. Okay, so the next thing that you're gonna do is you will be given liquid. Okay, so the liquid represents the saliva. You don't know if it's infected or not, and you don't know who is infected or not. So for the sake of our demonstration, we will use colored uh, liquid for you to see the mixing. But in your experiment, you're going to be receiving colorless liquid. Okay? All right. So it is numbered. Okay. It is very important for you to remember what is the original number. And then in your data sheet, you're going to write your name, the original sample number, which is found on the cup. So for this one is 1, for this one it's 2, and then the day to day. Okay, so what's the M, L, and ES stands for? So that's the morning exchanges, lunch exchanges, and after school exchanges. And this one, you will know if you will get the infection or the virus or not. Okay, so basically, this is what you're gonna be doing. All right. At the start, morning exchange, you will pick a location. Okay, there are 6 locations that is indicated in here, and you will see these labels in the area we're gonna do the experiment. So number one is number one, the dice, the number on the dice number one is the cafeteria. There are 3 exchanges that will happen in here. Number 2 is the concession stand. There are 2 exchanges. Number 3 is the homeroom. There are 2 exchanges in here. And then gymnasium, number 4, 2 exchanges. Number 5 is the library. Only 1 exchange in the library. And number 6 is the principal's office, which is 1 exchange. So I will post the signage on the area we're going to do this experiment. Okay, what you need to have are this, the first few materials that I've shown you, the tray, the 3 cups labeled with your name, and the morning lunch after school, and the liquid which is assigned to you. All right, and you and your partner are gonna share on the dice and the pen. So during the experiment, you're not gonna use this pen. You will just use it to label. Okay, so this is what's gonna happen. All right, you'll start with the morning exchange. Okay, and you will pick a location based on the die. So for example, in here, you will roll the die like that. Okay, the one that appears is number 4. So you're gonna go to the gymnasium. Okay, so you will go to the sign that says gymnasium, and it says here 2 exchanges, meaning those who will go to the gymnasium will exchange with you. You have to exchange with 2 persons in there. So how do you do the exchange? Okay, so for example, this is your original. Okay, you will put half of it to your morning uh, cup like this. Okay, so you will keep the original, and you have this half in here. The other person will also do the same. Okay, so for example, this is the original cup for the other person. Half is put in the morning cup. This one is kept. We're not gonna touch this anymore. We're not touching the original anymore, and you have the morning cup. Okay, so this is from the student 1. This is from the student number 2. Okay, it could be your partner. It could be another person. Okay, so as long as you will do it twice, depending on uh, since it's on gymnasium, you have to do it twice. For others, it's different. Okay, so this is how you do the exchange. Okay, first, it doesn't matter in which cup you're gonna put. You're gonna mix the two. Okay, now that it's mixed, you will now divide it into 2. Okay, something like that. All right, and then you have to exchange it as well with another. All right, because you have 2 exchanges. But if it's just one exchange, then you just have to do it once. Okay, okay, now after that, make sure to write the number of exchange. So for location, it's gymnasium. For number of exchange, there are 2. And then make sure to write the name and number of the name of the person and the number of their cup. Okay, so for example, if I'm student 1, I'm gonna write student 2. That's the name of the other student, and its cup number is number 2. Okay, so since there are 2 exchanges, you're gonna fill the first one and the second one. There's nothing on the third because there are only 2 exchanges in the gymnasium. Okay, and then after that, before proceeding to lunch, so you will put half of it on the L part or the lunch. Okay, okay, and then you will already keep this morning. So you are not gonna use it anymore. You're just gonna keep it together with the original. All right. And then during lunch, you will pick another. For example, you and your partner will pick number 3. So number 3 is homeroom. Okay. So you will go to the area that says homeroom, and you and your partner will meet the others who pick homeroom. And there are 2 exchanges in the homeroom. You're gonna do the same thing. You will mix this with the other person and then divide it in half. Both of you should have it. Okay, and then don't forget to write as again the location, homeroom, and the number of exchange, the name and number of the cup here. Okay. By the way, if you pick the same location from morning, like for example, instead of homeroom, you pick gymnasium again, you have to roll the dice again, okay? Because you cannot repeat the location. It has to be different, okay? Same thing after school. So after this, after you mix it with the other cups, you're gonna put the half again to the after school. This one will be kept already, okay? And you will pick a location again, okay? So let's say 5. So that's the dice. 5 is the library. So you will go to uh, this area that says library. Okay, and there's only one exchange in there. So you only have to put library and then one exchange and then that person and the number of or the cup number of that person. Okay, so after you made the exchange, the after school is now the one that's gonna be tested in here. Okay, so we can do it on the same day or we can do it on the next day. Okay, if you do it on the next day, make sure that you put the original number in here. So like for example, my original number for student 1 is 1. You will put number 1 here. Okay, just to be sure, you can put your name as well. Student 1. It's the name. Okay? All right. Um, Now, after we claim the after school cup, this is the one that we are going to get tested. So, examples of uh, cup are these. So, this cup represent not infected saliva, meaning it doesn't have the virus. And this one is the infected. Okay. Now, I'm going to have a virus indicator. Okay. So it's not a real virus indicator because what's in one of this cap or the one that says infected is not a real virus. It's just a basic substance that turns pink with a acid base indicator called phenolphthalein. Okay. Now, if you're not infected, when I drop the indicator, the color must not change. Okay? But if the saliva is affected, then the color will change. Okay? If you get the pink color, that means you got the virus. Okay? And then on the second part, we're going to detect based on the exchanges that you made from morning to lunch. And then after school, you're going to detect where you got the virus. And then the whole class needs to determine who are the source. So among all your classes, I will give 2 cups with virus among the whole class. All right. So you have to determine those two. All right. If they infected you or not. All right. So if you have any question, just let me know. All right. That ends our demonstration. Please answer the question after this.